Hey, what is up again, everybody? Back with another day of showing you how I'm gonna build my food for the day. Gonna put some macros together, do some math. I'm actually gonna let the app do the math, but I'm gonna put the food together. So I'm gonna show you how I'm building today to hit my macronutrient goals. Hopefully it'll help you figure out how to build yours. And today's kind of exciting day because it snowed outside. Now, I was gonna try to run today in the cold, but not with snow, because then my feet will just get wet and miserable. So I'm gonna skip that today. I'll save that for another day. But very excited to build today's food again. Yesterday I did some new things, like I tried the tuna melt last night. Went just as well as it could have went. It wasn't the most awesome tuna melt I've ever had, but it was different, something new, and I appreciated the alternative for my dinner. Today, gonna be probably looking at some of the same things that I've looked at in the past as far as what I've done. I'm actually gonna wait and eat today until probably noon and do a little bit of an intermittent fasting today. The reason being is I'm just finding that as of late, if I start eating too soon in the day and I have to spread my food out throughout the day, I'm just finding myself to be hungry, and I'm getting into this thing where I feel myself wanting to graze. And so like yesterday I ate like 10 tater tots that were not on my plan just because they were made and sitting there. And so I'm just too hungry throughout the day. So I'm gonna shorten my window of eating just a little bit and probably go to like a 12 to 8 or a 12 to 9, somewhere in there. So I'm eating more within that window, so I should feel fuller. So otherwise, let's get started on today's food and let's build what I'm gonna be eating. Okay, let's take a look at how I'm putting together today's meal plan, and kind of an interesting day here, and I'm gonna show you why. So, you know, one of the things I've talked about in my previous videos is when you do a specific thing every day, if you do a specific type of meal every day, add those to your plan first. And because then what you do is then you work around those. You know that they're gonna be in there. So adding those in at the beginning then kind of shows you, okay, now what do I have left to work with? Of course, for me, my everyday includes a pre and a post workout, with the numbers being almost the exact same every day as far as the macronutrients. So my pre-workout, I'm shooting for, you know, between 30 and 40 grams of protein and about, you know, I'd like to be around 40 grams of carbs. So my pre-workout, I do a scoop of protein. This is an isolate here. And then for my post-workout, similar, I want somewhere between 30 and 40 grams of protein on my post-workout, but then I want around 90 grams or so of carbs. Now, I put this in and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do 2 Pop-Tarts for my post-workout. It doesn't get me the 90 grams of carbs that I wanted, but it's still 73 grams, and honestly, like, I'm not trying to be super stringent or whatever you want to call it, super tight about this. That's still good enough, and that's a nice sort of sweet snack, the chocolate protein and then the 2 Pop-Tarts. So add those in first and then start working around. So that's exactly what I did. I added those in first, and then I started with my breakfast. I'm going with a nice sized breakfast, a 1.5 cups of liquid egg whites, Ezekiel bread, do a couple of slices there, and then I'm gonna do guacamole. So I'm actually doing guacamole toast here, which is not something I've done on my plan in the past. So just something I've kind of been thinking about lately that I do enjoy, just mixing some things up. So that'll be my breakfast. For my lunch, we actually made some sloppy joes here at the house yesterday. So I'm gonna do 5 ounces of that that's ground beef that I've put in there. Then a sweet potatoes. I still got some Brussels sprouts left. Do about, that's probably about 4 ounces there of Brussels sprouts, and then I'm going to sprinkle some of that low-fat mozzarella cheese on the sloppy joe meat. I'm not doing any sort of bread with the sloppy joes. I just eat it basically with a spoon because I'm bougie. That's my lunch, good sized lunch. My dinner, let's talk about dinner. I'm going to actually go back and do the tuna melt again that I did from yesterday. I really enjoyed that. So a nice sandwich there. 2 pieces of Ezekiel bread, the pouch of the hot buffalo style tuna. I'm gonna put some cheese on this also, give it a little bit of extra texture. And then I'm doing 1 whole pouch of the Uncle Ben's rice, which takes 1.5 minutes to warm up. And so here's what happens is I've got my meals, I've got my pre and post workout, but I've still got over 1,000 calories to go. And this is kind of an interesting situation because my meals look good, they're full, I've even already started to add a couple of snacks in here throughout the day. I've got a cheese stick and a frozen fruit bar. So the question is, what do you do here? Like, I don't want to have a 1,000-calorie deficit. That's not what I'm trying to accomplish. Well, so here's how I approach this. First thing I start to do is, one is I ask myself, am I eating enough throughout the day here? Why am I so short? And to me, because I know I've been struggling with the grazing or that feeling of wanting to graze throughout the day, I'm gonna first concentrate on adding a few extra snacks in here. And then what I'm gonna do is, depending on what I've got left over, I'm gonna look at the meals I've already made and see if I can expand the volume there. You know, if something was 4 ounces, can I make it 5 ounces? So let's look at a couple of other snack opportunities first of what we may wanna do. So let's talk about bananas. That's a good one that I've got. I got plenty of bananas here. So let's go ahead and add a banana in here for a snack. Let's see here, that'll be 27 carbs. We're gonna start working some of these numbers down. What else can I do that would be a nice snack? Let's see what I've got on my list. How about some Greek yogurt, some protein there, that's 0 fat. That looks good. Let's add that in. How are we looking here? 931 calories. It's a long way to go. And so at this point, what I'll start thinking is like, all right, I don't want to be snacking all day either. Let's see if there's maybe one other opportunity in here. How about a Quest bar, a 1 bar? Ooh, that's some 230 calories. That's nice. How are we looking? 701 calories. Now, something to note here. Take a look at my protein. My protein is already over what my kind of target is, and that's okay. I want it to be just a little bit over, but I have to be careful because I still need 133 grams of carbs and 16 grams of fat. If I start doing too much protein, my numbers are going to get thrown off. So I have to start kind of concentrating now on carb and fat rich types of foods. So, which might sound easy, but it's not. So let's see here. I've got a lot of snacks going throughout the day. Cheese stick, fruit bar, banana, Greek yogurt, Quest bar. Let's look at now expanding some of the food. Can I do something else here that's carb and fat specific that might help? I'm not really seeing much of an opportunity here. So let's do something like, let's add a snack in here. One more, I got an idea. These raisins, if I go to half a cup, let's see what that does. All right, we're down to 461 total calories remaining. That helped a little bit with the carbs. Let's get a little bit crazier with it. What if I went, instead of a half of a cup, what if I went, actually let's do this. Let's add another fruit bar in there because I like those frozen fruit bars. They're hardly nothing to eat. So still got 401 calories remaining. Let's do this. Let's change this to a cup. All right, now we're really looking like we're in a good spot here. 161 total calories remaining. Really kind of nice. So let's do this. I need a little bit of fat. What do I know that has some fat? Well, cheese sticks. Let's add another cheese stick here. Oh, no. Actually, let's not do that. I know what I want to do. I want to add to my dinner, I'm going to do some guacamole here as well. It's nice, high in fat. You see 11 grams of fat. Let's put that on my dinner. We should be getting very close. There we go, 41 calories remaining. I want to be over just a little bit. So let's see, what else can I do? Boy, oh boy, this is getting close. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to leave the fat where it's at. I'm just going to increase my protein just a little bit by adding in some Greek yogurt, plain and non-fat. The reason I'm adding this in to my dinner is because it reminds me of sour cream. If you're a fan of sour cream but don't want the fat, this is a great alternative here. You can see 1/4 of a cup. Let's just add that in. We're going to have about 20 calories left. And let's do this. I'm actually going to make, you know what? Let's just have a little bit of almonds today for a snack. Nothing crazy. How about just, ooh boy. How about this? That's just 1 ounce. Nothing crazy. And this should put me right, ooh, that's 141 calories over. Not what I wanted. Let's see here. I need to take something off. How about that extra? Oh, I already had the cheese stick there. I did one. What do I want to pull off of here? I can probably pull off the yogurt because I know that's like 80 calories. This should put me right. All right. We're going to leave this. I'm not going to get too crazy with it. I'm 61 calories over. I want to be 50 as sort of the high end of what I want. I'm not going to complain about an extra 11 calories here, especially since I'm trying to build. But this is my day's plan. This one was a little bit tougher because it just seemed like now I've got a lot of food I got to figure out how to eat. But I planned it the same way I plan everything, which is I start with my pre and my post workout, then I build my meals, then I do my snacks, and then I kind of try to round it out based off what I've already got put in there. So there it is. That's for today. Let me know if you got any questions. Hopefully this helps you figure out how to build yours. The app I am using is called My Macros Plus. For some context, it's the upper right-hand corner app right there. That's what it looks like. So anyways, best of luck to y'all. See you tomorrow.